careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's complete once again. It's Gesicki. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948. Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 0-1, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
The Tucker roll, didn't you?
Yeah,
I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the 1st half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. In motion, Hill. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Ready, set.
He'll look to throw. His pass caught with the 4. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Browns drive about to get started. And they got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Second and 9 now. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
He's got a man complete. A big play that time for Cleveland. 57 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Chubb on the counter. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Watson now going to run the option right. He pitches it out. Down right around the 25. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's their sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Well, Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. But they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do? And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Another catch there for Waddle. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Okay, break.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The man in motion is Tate. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Watson now to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this returnable for Hill. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Back to throw, Watson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Here we go, here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the 6th sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
Okay, ready?
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks, Like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. He'll take it at the 42. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This fielded right at the goal line. The Browns drive about to get started. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
The man in motion is Tate. On 2nd and 12, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. It's Xavier Howard who brings him down from his corner position. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Watson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. York able to send this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. 44 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back to throw now on first down. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ready. 19 right.
2nd and 1. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Swings this out for Hunt. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing it up 4th down.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll try to run this one in, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this is back to a 5-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Browns drive about to get started. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And they'll run the option to start the drive. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Watson off play action. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Watson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They're going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up a throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb, and he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
They go up the middle with Chubb, and he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. York able to send this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
Here we go.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
18
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
19 strikes, 19 strikes. Come back in, come back in. 50 back there, 50 back there.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15.
And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. They'll set up to throw. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. They'll try and throw for it.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rally.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 26.
He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
It's a game of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Watson. This is caught by Tate.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
An excellent gain, 35 yards. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. And that is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And that will keep this a 2-point game. So the folks on hand here growing a little restless with their kicking game. That's now 2 misses so far.
And in a tight game, 4th quarter, the fans aren't the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline as well.
Let's go now.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
York now for the extra point.
And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Browns 37.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there. Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick 6 on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Performance, all those points put on the board, and Charles, it wasn't just by the offense, the defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for Cleveland,
they get an all-important 10th win to move them to 10-6 with 1 week to go.